Hey everybody, welcome back. Today on the channel we're going to do something a little bit different. My neighbor went ahead and put this out in his trash and I couldn't help but grab it. So this is a Pit Boss Pro Series 1100 pellet smoker. Now, as you guys know, I use Big Green Eggs and I love them and I think they're fantastic. I also use a Weber Genesis 310, which again I think is fantastic and amazing. But today I figured we'd go ahead and we talk about this guy a little bit. So the big reason that my neighbor's throwing this thing out is that he's replaced the auger motor twice. So there's a couple of issues with it. So what I want to do is I want to walk you guys through what it looks like, the good things, the bad things, some of the things that I've already fixed on it along with the motor. And then I'm going to walk you through what it actually takes to go ahead and fix the motor and show you how easy and cheap and simple it actually is, so that if you see one of these online, you can go ahead and scoop it up and try it for yourself. Now, truth be told, since I've never used one of these things before, I have no idea if I'm going to like it. If I like it, I'm going to keep it. If not, I end up selling it to somebody online. All right, so here it is in all its glory. Again, it's 5 years old. It really doesn't look that bad. There's a little bit of rust sitting up here. I don't know if this thermometer works at all, but we're going to find out. But sitting inside of here, I'll give you a look. So I put a piece of stainless steel sitting on top of this baffle plate, and I did that because it was corroded away. And I popped a couple of holes in here as well so that I could let some air flow so the smoke can come up. The way these systems work, and again, I'm just learning about it, they have a hopper that you go ahead and feed pellets down into here. Generally, there's an auger sitting down here. The auger, again, I've taken apart because I'm replacing it. It feeds pellets into here, and there's a bowl that's sitting somewhere right into here, and it ignites the bowl, and it lights up the pellets, and you get a bunch of smoke coming out of here, and smokes the food, and when you're done, it goes ahead and the smoke pops through this smokestack. But the really cool thing is the digital readout gauge, where we normally use an Egg Genius on our egg, but for this guy, it's just a plug and play. You plug it in, you add the pellets, you set the temperature to where you want it, and you leave it alone until it's done. So with this guy, when we do fire it up, we will be utilizing our meter app because there's no reason to use our Egg Genius. But I just kind of wanted to walk everybody through how this is going to work. But let's go ahead and let's get some of these pieces apart and let's get into it. All right, so we've got bolts here and here. There's another two sitting up down here, and there's another two in the front. This one has broken off, and another one on the ones in the back is broken off as well. So I'm just going to take this guy off, and I'm going to take the ones in the back off, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like to go ahead and pop this off. All right, so the bolts are off. So there's a bunch of wires connected down in here into this. So what we want to do is when we take it off, we want to place it on something. So I've got my little Wen seat here. And I just pull it off like so. And now you all can see kind of what it looks like in here. Here's all the wires that are connected. Here's where the auger sits. Here's where the motor sits right here. And then there's the cluster. So let's go ahead and let's see what we're getting into here. All right, so here's the wires. And I'm not going to get too technical in here. So we've got this wire here that's got red on it. This is where our auger motor was hooked up to. So this is our old auger motor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in for you guys. I'm going to let you see what it does. But essentially, once we plug it in, and I've got the unit plugged in, so I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to show you exactly what it does. So hold on for one. So you can hear the motor running. Okay, we can see that this is spinning right here, which is great. This guy right here is supposed to spin on his own, and he doesn't. So there's a button we can hit called the prime button. So you hit the prime button for a few minutes and you go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hold the prime button and I'm going to see if it works. Okay, and so I did. I hit the prime button. You'll notice this thing just spins, right? When I opened it before, there was a bunch of broken teeth in there, so I just went ahead and put it back together. So when I grab our new one and I try to spin this guy, it doesn't spin at all. So let me show you what that looks like right now. So here's our new one. We've got it spinning nice and good here. But you'll notice this guy, I've got a little prop in there so you can see. He's spinning. He's doing his job. So this was what was broken on the old one. The old one, this shaft didn't spin anymore because there were some broken teeth sitting here on the inside of these gears. Now these things are $25, so this isn't a bad thing to go ahead and do. I mean, this is a $700 smoker if you buy it new. Again, this guy is 5 years old, so I'm happy to go ahead and continue to keep using him. But let's go ahead and let's get the auger back on here and let's get this guy put back together. All right, everybody. So here's our old motor. You can see we know this doesn't really work anymore, right? You can see I'm spinning it pretty easily. It's not really doing much. This is our new motor. It doesn't really let me spin it at all. I mean, there's nothing I can do, which means it's nice and locked in there. Our fan works good. Okay, but again, this is the auger motor. This isn't the motor that blows all the hot air. So what we're going to do, now you'll notice that this guy will go in all the way if I let him. He'll just continue to keep going and going and going, and I don't want to do that. So what they have, nylon coupler here, it pops itself into here. There's a hole sitting on this side, and you basically just take the screw and you line it up with that hole, and then you pop the screw in just like so. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we've got the hole lined up. We're going to take the screw, I'll pop it in there like so. Don't go too tight. It doesn't need to be super tight. You just want to be able to hold this thing in there so that it can't back. That's what we're concerned about. Let's go ahead and get the motor. Let's attach that now. So you notice that there's a hole here in the prop for the motor, and then there's a hole here in the shaft for the auger. So you just want to go ahead and you want to put these guys in. Now the way this thing sits, you'll notice it's not completely square on all sides. So you want to make sure that this flat part is sitting down here. So when we pop it in, we want to make sure that we line these guys up, make sure that the holes are lined up, put the screw all the way in so that you can actually see it pop out of the bottom, and then go ahead and attach your nylock nut. All right, so once this is nice and snug in there and it's not going to end up going out anywhere, we want to go ahead and give it a turn on and make sure that it's turning that prop. All right, so we're all plugged in. I just plugged the system in. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and let it see what it does to that fan and that auger. All right, everybody, there you go. We turned it on. We fired it up. We got our fan spinning. We got our auger spinning. That is it. This is it. This is what we're coming to do today. Anyways, guys, this was just a quick one to go ahead and do for today. I wanted to try this guy out. I'm going to go grab some pellets. I'm going to burn it off a little bit. I'm going to see how it works. Don't be surprised if you see a video come up here very, very soon for this guy so we can see how it actually smokes and how it tastes. Is it worth all the hype for all the convenience that you get out of it, or is the smoke just not worth coming out of it? I don't know, but I'll be super honest when I post it. All right, everybody, so there we go. Here's our free grill that we went ahead and got just for asking the neighbor what's wrong. We put our $25 part in there. We gave it a quick clean. I'm going to go buy some pellets. I'm going to let it burn off so that I can finish cleaning out the rest of this stuff. And we'll go ahead and we'll do a cook this weekend. You guys tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think, and we can go ahead and go from there. But anyways, if you like this video, please go ahead and smash that like button. Please go ahead and drop a comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to add you to the team. And as always, have a fantastic barbecue week.